I feel like the pandemic has widely affected our brains. Anxiety levels are up for me and everybody I know. The amygdala is a brain center for anxiety and reaction. Could enlarged amygdalas be widespread in the population?
So, okay, interesting question. First of all, it probably wouldn't be enlarged, but just overactive. But, I would say in March and April of 2020, there was a ton of anxiety, really acute anxiety, because our internal model of how to run our lives, which had worked completely up to that point, suddenly dissolved. You knew exactly where to go on aisle 6 to get the toilet paper. Now there was no toilet paper or whatever. And so people started having to really rejigger their internal models. Okay, how do supply chains work? Where does it come from? There were a million things. Okay, now we're going to shut down our real estate and work from home and so on. So it was a very anxiety-producing time because suddenly our internal model was inadequate. It was fraying on us. What we all saw, though, and this is reflected in the stock market too, is that after about a month or so, we kind of got used to it. All right, working from home in my pajamas, not the end of the world. And so we all got pretty used to that. This is what I was going to say, is the tiny silver lining to the pandemic, which was so terrible in so many ways, is that it knocked us off our hamster wheels. And it got us off the path of least resistance and using our brains in the way that the nuns were using their brains, in the sense of our internal model of how the whole world operated was so no longer true. And so that's the only good news from it. So I actually think at the most extreme version of this, I would say I have a tiny prediction that there might actually be a little dip in dementia some decades from now that we see as a consequence of people who are, let's say, our age, suddenly getting to exercise their brains in ways that previous generations didn't get to do that.